Alright, so in the last class, we talked about how to add animations and effects to your video within the Canva video editor. And in this class, we are going to look at how to add elements from the Elements tab over here, how to search and add in different features. So whenever you come to the elements over here, so the element is what houses most of the features that you need to add, to drag and drop in Canva video editor. So you find anything from images to shapes to graphics to image generator. Nowadays AI is being included in the elements, so you can be able to use it. You can add stickers, photos, videos. You can search for anything and just easily drag and drop. I can say the elements is the engine room of Canva, where everything is being housed. From audio, you can find charts of different types, tables, even frames and grades and so on. And even you have a lot of collections of stickers and so many things. You can find a lot of things here. And if you have anything in mind, you can easily search. So you have different things, circles, logos. You can just, you name anything, square of any size, shapes. You can easily drag and drop a shape. And you can see with just one click, you just added it here. And you can make this a shape, or you can drag and drop it. And you can change the layer and put it behind the text. For example, you can just select and change the coloration to maybe white color, and then you put it behind this text. And now you can select and resize it so you can have the text to pop up a little bit clear. So it just serves as a background, and you can add different things. Like I said, from graphics, you can just search for anything. Maybe we can search for butterfly, and you'll be able to see it. So you can drag on any and just drop here. So depending on what you're trying to create, you can search for anything. All right, anything. Let's say we are putting it on this particular page, this one, and you can search for virtually anything. You can see different types of butterfly. You can search for anything. If you want even videos, you can search for videos of a cat. For example, you can see right now we can see cats as a graphic. You can see them as images or as graphics. If you want to see graphics, this is cat face, this is cat outline. If you want to see outline of cat, you can see them of different types, and you can easily change the coloration and drag and drop cat ears and so on. You can see them of different types. So depending on what you are trying to create, you can see kittens. If you want to see only kittens, you'll be able to see them over here. So you can close and you can maximize the search. So every time you can see the recently used, and you can just go ahead and search for anything. So let's say we want to add a video. So let's say we want to search for something like a frame. Okay, so let's search for a frame. And frames, you can put in different kind of frames of different types. You can see them. Okay, so you can attach a frame to your video. You can just select and just drag and drop, and you can manage the sizing. You can extend the sizing across. Right, you can attach this, or you can frame your video. You can put a frame to it of different types, and you can select and vary the features. Okay, you can select the frame and you can vary the other features. You can put in different kind of features, the drift in, you can change the animations and the positions, and even the opacity. You can change all of this from here. Okay, so you can go ahead and search for any. Let's go back and search for something simple that we can easily use. Back to graphics, and we can search for frames, something like this. We can select this. Maybe let's say we want to insert a frame like this, and we want to insert a video inside this circle, inside this type of frame. You can just go back and just come to your uploads. For example, you can come to the videos, and you can just drag and drop any video, and you can insert it inside this frame, and it's going to function within the frame just like so. You can have it within a particular frame, and you can use the frame of any size. So you can always come back to elements and you can search for any, and you have different kind of collections of different graphics. Okay, so it all boils down to you. So it all boils down to you what you want to drag and drop. So you can always come back, and let's undo this because I don't want that it covers everything. So you can select another frame or another page, and you can insert something on your own. So let's say we want to add in graphics. You can select and you can search for any kind of graphic, any graphics. For example, you could search for anything. Let's say something like a circle, or let's say a logo. You can search for a logo, and depending on your choice, you can easily use this feature to have your logo designed. You can always drag and drop, and you can customize it, and this can stay within your video footage. You can change the coloration and so on. You can vary the coloration and other features depending on what you are trying to create. So Elements again is the engine room of all of the features that you may need to add from photos. So once you search for something, for example, you search for oranges, so you have the option to make the selection from here. Right now you can see the different categories of orange, from graphics to photos to videos of oranges. You can see them of different types, and you can see audios and frames with the orange color. Okay, so you can select, let's say from graphics, you can say see all if you want, or you can on your own hover over here and be able to see the different types. Okay, orange juice, orange background, orange circle, and so on. So once you select anything that you want, all you need is just to click on it and it's going to be added into your video. Okay, so you can just select it and resize it if you want and position it anywhere. Okay, so it's the engine room. It contains a lot of things. All you need is just to specify what you want. If you want a video containing oranges, you can just select oranges, but then it's going to give you a video containing oranges. Okay, so let's say we select this one. Maybe we'll create a new page over here, and you can just select on this one, and you can see you have it already selected or inserted into your video. And that's kind of perfect and fantastic. So you can resize it on your own if you are interested. You can just easily select by the edges and then resize it accordingly. All right, you can resize it, and now this becomes part of your video. If you want to add anything, so you can zoom out, you'll be able to see it complete from here. Now you are zooming the canvas. You can select here to change the zooming to the timeline. So you can see we are now zooming the timeline, so we're able to see everything contained. Okay, so let's say I don't want this to be up to this point. I want at this point to stop here. So you can select here and use the letter S to create this split, and I want to delete this section, so I have only this part. Okay, so depending on what you are actually planning to create, it's very, very easy to just drag and drop things, and you can have them like picture in picture within a particular picture. So you can always come back and you can always close on this. Let's say you can always come. So in the search, you can also use these settings to change the searches and maybe optimize the search based on color, orientation, animations, and cutouts, and what kind of search do you want to carry out. Sometimes you may want to search for only the free elements that are contained or only the free features. So you can make your selection here, and it's going to provide only the free features. Okay, only the free related features are going to be there, so you can just easily select. All of what is going to come out are the free version, and if you want to have the pro versions, you can just come over, select, and make it only the pro, and you can see it just provides you with only the pro features, which if you are a subscribed member, you'll be able to have access to them. So that is it. You can insert anything. For example, let's try to see how we can create something like an intro with this. So let's say we create this page, and this page I want it to start at the beginning because it's an intro, so we'll move it to the beginning, and then I want to insert a background, so I can just select this, come over here and just search for background. Okay, and I want this background to be a video, so I don't want it to be a picture, I want it to be a video, but then I have to specify that I want the free versions only. All right, so free version, and I want it to be a video. Okay, right now it's set to all. So these are free videos. As you hover over them, you'll be able to see their impact. Okay, what did they do? You'll be able to see. So I kind of like this one, so I can just click on it and I have it as my background. For example, I can just drag, and I can drag also to this side, and I can add my text directly. So to add a text, again, we can come over here just to make meaning out of this. I just want to add something like a simple text that can depict what we are going to do. Okay, so let's say something like this is okay. Is this good? Okay, I don't like this. So let's click out. Let's select something like white in color. So there's white in color. So I think this happy birthday is okay. So you can select again and just customize the things as you hover over, as you so wish. Okay, so let's say we customize this to welcome to my channel, Okay, so I can extend this to make it look a bit better. I can click out and say thank you, thanks for. Okay, so we can select this and then we can resize it however we want it, and we can define the extent from here. We can use a trimmer, we can trim to the edge so we can have it just like that. So if you like, you can just start playing to have a preview from here. Let's say we start playing from here and you can see, welcome to my channel, thanks for checking out. So it can move in as far as you want. So what you can see, the whole idea is we have a moving background and elements that we choose from here, and then you can see now our video continues to pop up and so on. So the whole idea is we can add anything. You can go back to elements and add any kind of thing. So for example, since this is a channel, you can search for YouTube and you'll be able to see different graphics and so on. So you see different types of graphics related to YouTube. So you can probably come over here and say you are looking for video, or you are looking for the subscribe feature. Like now we have the subscribe things related to YouTube, and maybe you can, let's say we are going to use this logo, so you can just select it and then we can resize. Okay, we can just resize it and make it something simple and put it just by the side across the intro. Okay, so it just plays directly as you are playing. So you get the message. The whole idea is for you to be able to search for anything from here and drag and drop the feature across. Okay, and then you can customize things as you so wish, and that goes across anything. Okay, it all boils down to you, what you're trying to create. You just drag and drop any feature. You can just drag this and drop this, and then you can customize this and change the coloration also across, and it's going to feature also across that particular page that you've selected. So basically, this is how to play around with features within the elements in the Canva video editor. So I think this concludes this class on how to utilize the elements and features within the elements in the Canva video editor. I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next class, we are going to look at how to add audio and manage audio within the Canva video editor, because it's very important to apply a background music and then play around with the background music and then see how we can play around with it within the editor, and probably maybe add some sound effects also along the way to make our video appear very, very much professional. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Bye. Alright, so in the last class, we talked about how to add features from the Elements tab. Over here, we've learned how to select and drag and drop different kind of elements within the Canva video editor. Okay, and in this class, we're going to look at how to add audio and manage audio within the video editor. Now, to add an audio, we have two methods. We can add an audio as a file. We can just easily upload it directly and specify it at the beginning of the tutorial. We can import from these platforms. We can import from the system, from Facebook, or from Google Drive. If you have connected the Canva account with it, you can upload from Google, from Dropbox, or from Google Photos. Okay, but in our case, let's say we have uploaded some audios directly. You can see the classification. We can check the images, videos, and right now these are some basic audios that we've uploaded at the beginning of this tutorial. Now let's start by adding some background music to this silent sample video that we've just created. So let's add a little bit of a background music to give it a bit of a change. Okay, so to add a background music, we've uploaded some, so I can just select, drag and drop it beneath the main timeline. Okay, so you can see you can release it directly, and right now it has covered just this area. You can select it and drag it to extend the length to make sure it covers everywhere. Okay, and you can, while selecting it, come to the top here. You have a range of other features, like you can check the adjust. You'll be able to see the length. Okay, you can specify exactly which point within the music you want it to cover. You can just extend, and if you want it to start directly from the beginning, you can set it to start from the beginning. And once you click out, it's going to select that as your own music that you have selected in the background. So let's try to play to have a preview of how it's going to look like. So we're playing. So this is a good one at the background. So still, while selecting the audio, you will be able to have the option to change the audio effects from here. Like for example, sometimes it's good to add the fade in and fade out in audios. It's very, very easy, and it makes your work appear quite professional. So let's say on selecting the audio effect, you can have the fade in, and you can define how much time you want to fade in. For example, you can see we can extend it as far as 4.2 seconds or 5 seconds thereabout. So you can check over here and you'll be able to see the extension in the fade in. Okay, so what this means is the audio is going to start from 0 and then it will pick up to 100. Okay, and then silently gradually increase up to 100 in this format, in this profile, and you can just extend. And we can add the same fade out at the end, so it doesn't just die out abruptly just like that. It just fades out from 100 down to 0. So let's add a fade out a little bit, and you can be able to see down here the curve, it just fades out directly. So let's have a preview of what I'm talking about. It's going to play from 0, then it start increasing from 0 up to 100. So you can see. And it's going to die out also directly from here, from 100 down to 0. So you can see it just dies out. So that's the importance of having a fade in and fade out. You can use the adjust. I've just shown you how to use the adjust, and then beat sync, which you don't use most times when you have more than one track or more than one audio, you can sync as well. And sometimes you have to play around with the sound. Right now the volume is a bit high. If you want to, you can mute it directly or zoom down the volume to 0, or you can just reduce it a little bit. While you are reducing, you can see it in the timeline. It is also increasing or decreasing within the clip, the profile. Just take a look at the profile. It increases and decreases. So you can see, we can just try to click and then have a preview. I think the sound is a bit high, even though I have it at high levels here. So let's see, averagely, I think this is cool. So we can leave it like that. If you want to temper with the audio, you can easily temper with it. Like I said, if you want to silent it, you can silent it, you can mute it by just clicking on mute over here. Now again, one thing you need to pay attention to is in audio, you can as well carry out some basic editings, just like the way you have in video. Okay, so you can split the audio by just right clicking, and you can go ahead and split audio directly. You can see it has splitted the audio, or you can use the letter S somewhere, select the place, and you can use the letter S, and you can see it just create the split. This is audio clip 1 and this audio clip 2. Now alternatively, let me undo this. You can come to the edge of each audio clip until your cursor turns into this horizontal sign, and you can drag and trim that section of the audio. You can drag also from the right. You can do that from left and from right if you're interested, and you can just trim to have it specified, and you can drag and put it at any section of the video that you are most interested in. So that is about adding a basic audio background music. So in the elements, you can search for different kind of music or different kind of audio if you are interested. So you can go ahead to elements and just search for audio, for example, or music, and you'll be able to see them over here. So you can specify what you are trying to look for. Over here, you can select audio, and you'll be able to see different kind of audios that you have. And you have some that are paid and some that are free. So if you want to have a preview, you can just come over it and just click. So you can have a preview, and if you like it, you can easily drag and drop it into the timeline. You can have more than one layer of a track. So for example, this one, we have it at track 2, and you can see we have it in more than one track. Okay, so you can easily select and play around with the properties. In each case, you can right click and you can add those features. You can use the adjust feature, you can use the volume feature, you can use the split feature, or audio effects like we've talked about, the adding of the fade in and out. You could delete a track, you can duplicate it or copy and paste it somewhere if you're interested. So another thing that you can do is adding sound effects. Sometimes you may need sound effects to work around with. In some cases, I use the YouTube library to download some of those. And sometimes there's a website called pixabay.com. You can just search for it and you just specify what you are looking for. In most cases, if you search for music, you'll be able to find different types of music over here. You can search for background music and be able to see them accordingly. So all you need is just to play to have a preview. And if you like it, you can just go ahead and download it. And if you want a sound effect also, you can come over and say sound effect. What you are looking for is sound effects. So you can see sound effects and you'll be able to see background sound effects. Or if you have any issue or maybe typewriter effect or anything, you can easily search for it and you'll find it and just bring it in. This is typewriter. Okay, typewriter effect, and you'll be able to see them of different types. So once you hit on this, you can hear the preview. So if you like it, you can just easily download it, and over when you come back to Canva, you can just easily drag and drop it, and you can position it however you want it at any position, regardless of whether it is within a particular layer or below or above a particular layer. Okay, so I think this does it on this tutorial on how to add sound, okay, or music in the background, and even play around with it, change its properties, change its features, and do quite a lot with it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next class, I'm going to show you how to record a video with Canva, okay, with the Canva video editor. It's very easy to record your videos selecting different kind of devices that you have connected with your system, or as a webcam, you can just easily select between the devices and then you can record your video directly. It's a new feature that has been introduced into Canva, and I'm pretty sure you will like it. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Bye.